Good evening everybody and welcome to my stream. Lovely to have you along this evening. I hope you are all well. Ooh, who have we got? We've got Lulabelle and we've got DM. Thank you guys for being here with me. Always lovely to have you along. So I've got some new followers to thank as well. Doubly Bubbly, Monster Dad Z, King Jules, the mother of muffins, that's a great name, and Firefly. Also, thank you very much for the follows, lovely to have you along. And do try to make sure I follow everybody back, so I'm hoping I've grabbed everybody. Hello to Even Star Father, nice to have you along as well. I've just realised I've left the door open and I don't want baby Fran to hear too much, so just bear with me 1 second. There we go, all sorted. Okay, so hopefully we should have a nice chilled out stream tonight without any baby interruptions with any luck. Miss Killy is asleep downstairs having a schnoozums in her hammock. So we've got this cat tree and she sleeps in a hammock a bit, she loves it. When she was teeny weeny, she and her brother used to snuggle in there together, but unfortunately we no longer have him and she's too big to share anyway. She probably wouldn't want to share anyway, she's very grumpy. So, thank you very much for joining me. How is everybody doing? I love to hear what you've been up to, so please tell me how your day has been. Have you been doing something really mundane and boring? Have you been doing something really exciting? Tell me all about it. I had a normal day. Dropped baby Fran off to the childminders for the first time for a full day. That was hard, but she had a great time, so that was good. And I was at work today, and then yeah, so baby Fran had a lovely time. She was playing with paint, which completely confused her. The childminder sent me this great picture of her looking down at the paint like, what the hell is this? Hilarious. Okay, so shall we get cracking? Because we want to get on with these patch quests and get to Heaven's Ward. My search info has been updated. Good to know. Oh. Right, where is Whitebrim? Where am I? Here. Right, that looks like a job for Eclipse. That's what I reckon. Okay, so we've got a new no, the other way. We've got a new game for in the chat. I hope you're going to like it. It's basically a Pokemon game where you have to catch Pokemon. Now, how does it work? I hear you say. I believe that every now and then a random Pokemon will appear in the chat, and you have to poke a catch, and then one random person will be assigned a Pokemon, whichever Pokemon is it in the Pokeball, so in the whatever it is, and yeah, so you can collect. You gotta catch 'em all. You get to collect Pokemon. It seems like a bit of silliness, but I thought it would add some fun to the chat. So thank you to DM for finding that game. I've still got the never-ending cold, as you can tell from the. Baby Fran seems to have a new cold, or perhaps it's the same one. Who knows? So who are we going to speak to? We're going to speak to Alpha now. Last time, obviously, we did a bit of a dungeon called Snowcloak, so we might have some more dungeoniness maybe this time. If not, then I'm sure we can rope everybody into doing a dungeon later. Where is it? Alpha now? He is. Oh no, he's not in that stupid building with 10 million stairs, is he? Of course he is. Right. No. I was. Oh lord, what's happened here? Why am I behind some boxes? Okay. So the game is not working, and you need to look again at some point. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, well we won't play the Pokemon game today, but we can play it another day. Right, where is it? No, let's get rid of this map so I can actually see what's going on. Up some more stairs. Now, DM gets really annoyed with me because I don't just fly up the stairs, but I find that a bit confusing because, as you know, my sense of direction, which is amazing, gets a bit confused. Okay, so Alphino says, and there she is, none the worse for wear. Was there any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? Obviously not. I think I speak for us all when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory if you'd be so kind. So I tell them all about it, because obviously I defeated Lady Iceheart. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late. Oh no, hang on, it's French. But not too late to prevent further loss of life. An outcome worthy of celebration, and one for which we have Diawara to thank. Yes, you are right, of course, Sir Amaric. We should be content with what we have accomplished. So, during Valentine's... Sorry, I've digressed. Oh, I am not even on gameplay. Oh my gosh, hold on, I'll go to gameplay in a minute. During Valentine's, they did a which character from Final Fantasy would you most like to go on a date with? And Sir Amaric got a lot of votes. There you go. Who knew? Right, let's get to gameplay, shall we? I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. There is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes weeks, days, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillemont, is the caravan ready? The supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Very good. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the same self-supplies the heretics stole from the House Fortaunt caravan. Less the crystals which compromise the bulk of the shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Oh, on an unrelated note, Diawara, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? Ooh, what do you want me for? 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Oh, really? Who's this? Who? Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. I mean, never a true word was spoken, quite frankly. Okay. And off we go again. Oh, Archer fonts. Ah! Thank you very much for subscribing, Dan. And just a little reminder that if you do have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free to my channel, and if you need help to do that, please pop that in the chat and tech support will talk you through it. And off we go to Dragonhead. Ah dear. I do feel that Diara's outfit is not really fit for this weather, this climb. Let's have a bit of arty in our life. A little bit of arty in our life. Oh. Oh no, not this again. Now this is where I get stuck and I can't find the way out. That's the way out, but it's the wrong way. So there should be an opposite way. For every reaction, there should be an equal and opposite reaction, and for every way out, there should be an equal and opposite other way out. I'm just gonna fly. I'll just go here and then I'll fly around, because that is what I end up doing. Oh, there is a path this way. Okay, maybe I did go out the right way. Maybe I did go out the right way. Oh. Off we go then. Whee! There, I'm flying. Are you happy now? I hope you're feeling happy now. As always, I will sing to you. And you will love it, possibly. Or not. I have a nice little chockaboo music. It is still my favourite music. Although I do think the Eclipse music is good as well. Ooh. Oh, it's gone all chilly. Has anyone else noticed it's gotten a bit cold again? Which is quite unnecessary. We're meant to be warming up now, aren't we? Right. I've been trying to update my book with all my accents in it, and I've left it downstairs again. What did Harchefont have? He was French as well, I think. Anyway, cheers everybody. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you along. I'm on the coffee this evening. So beanies have got a new flavour, well it's new to me, called pecan pie. It's very nice. I highly recommend you have a go at it if you haven't tried it already. It's very nice. What were you thinking, Diawara, wagering your very being on a dubious theory that might allow you to enter Isart's lair, knowing full well that she could have a sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway? And then, engaging the abomination in mortal combat. By the fury, Diawara, it is the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I have been there to fight by your side. Alright. Yet ere I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Well, you're the one that's fussing about it, mate. Just saying. Sir Almeric wishes to have words with you and Master Alphinaud in the private. He waits us in the intercessory. Private, eh? Private words. Where are we off to? Oh yeah, over this way. We have to talk to the guard to be let in. This way. House for temp. No, not that way, the other way. Ugh. Sense of direction. No, it would be useful. I think I missed it again. Maybe it's upward. Don't mind me, I'm just going to do a slight tour of the walls till I find where I need to go. Right, not that one. This way. Oh, it is through this little corner. Every time, man. Every time I go the wrong way. I'm not lost now. I was just temporarily lost. And it wasn't lost, I was choosing a different direction. Greetings, madam. I shall show you in at once. In we go to the intercessory. That's a weird word, isn't it? Intercessory.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks.
You're not even French. You've got the wrong accent on.
Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task.
Oh dear.
From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Probably.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Yes, the sounds did play for me, and it popped up who had played them as well, so that's much better. Thank you very much. Also, can I just say, Natalan is very much like Matalan. Just saying.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was taken.
It didn't play for you?
The
Oh
Holy See
no.
decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense.
These sounds are being very complicated. Why can't they just play for everybody? Naughty sounds. You'll come and sort it when I'm in a cutscene. Okay, fair enough.
All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy.
Well, thank goodness for that.
You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now.
We're just having a slight pause while tech support sorts the sounds out.
And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
Right, indeed.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
Oh, lovely. I would like some money, 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 money. That's a nice house. Comforting car.
Aid you can provide.
Paid holiday. Sick leave. National health insurance. You know, all the stuff. All the stuff. Dental care.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
That will not be necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
Do we? Okay.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard's could return?
Ew, what is Midgard's Zoma?
The heavens are a window unto
Dun, dun,
truth,
dun.
but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
Oh. So they're working for you, not working for me.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Well, that's just charming, isn't it?
Choose your next words carefully.
I suggest you don't get too feisty. I'm the royal vet. Hello, Matt. Lovely to have you along. How are you this
Do you know
fine
what
evening?
sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights?
I mean, you're an Elson, so...
One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is?
Either you are very good at your job, or you paid someone to get there. Good, thanks. You? Yeah, I'm alright actually, thank you, Matt. You know, just chilling, a bit of Final Fantasy. It's not bad life, is it, eh? Nice curry
Because
for dinner?
I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's Toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
That is the next one we need to work on getting to play. That's it, Matt. He's got you in his sights. You're in trouble now.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
Oh, the sarcasm, Alphino.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget. One born of necessity.
If you get a chance, Matt,
The dragons
can
grow
you
more
do some
restless,
clips? That'd
and
be
the
amazing
death
if you're
will
hanging around for a
carry us
bit.
nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance.
It's very Gondor-esque, isn't it?
Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders.
Fair enough. If only you had the time, you're currently creating patching reports. I don't know what a patching report is, but I know that writing reports is not fun any which way.
But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light.
Look into the light!
Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less travelled.
Oh, thank you. I'll appreciate it if you do. Don't worry if you can't, but it would be nice if you can. I really need to work out how to do it myself, to be fair.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them.
Do you know what? Alphino and the sarcasm tonight, my goodness. DM, I found you can clip from phones, you push the little movie sign at the top of the screen. Oh, there you go. Good to know, everyone.
I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
I am
Not at
at
all.
189
You
follows.
spoke from the
Woohoo! Yay, thanks everybody. Good job. Good job, everyone. Now then, what say you that we need to do a little competition when we get to 200? That's what I reckon.
I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you.
No, I do not understand
On
that.
such occasions, my second in command will speak for me.
I think that I'm important enough that you should come and meet with me as and when I appear.
Lucia, at your service.
Oh, okay. She reminds me of the woman that played Marjorie, whose name is completely escaping my brain right now. Also in she was in Game of Thrones as Marjorie. She was also in the Hunger Games as the videographer woman. Somebody help me. I can't think of her name. Natalie Dormer. Thank you very much, DM. That is exactly who I think she reminds me of.
Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies.
Natalie Dormer is a very pretty young lady,
Know
I
that
think.
the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences.
And a good actress as well. Well, I pray that as well, Lucia. We'll see how it goes.
Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
However, we should not forget the lessons of the past.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone.
Well, if I have them for you alone, then I'm not going to say them to Lucia, am I? Duh.
Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you.
I trust no one completely. You're all dodgy. All of you.
Which reminds me, Lord Orshafon, if you would be so
Oh,
kind.
Orchafont. No, it's a silent H, people. Silent H. Orchafont.
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Ooh.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
And suddenly, Alphino is feeling slightly embarrassed about the sarcasm from earlier.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Well, stop being so resistant to teaming up with us then. Eh?
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
There we go. Lots of story and chat. Very sorry for the yawny face. It has been a long and tiring weekend. Right, let's see what Alphino has to say. For one with reason to celebrate, he looks rather grim. Oh dear. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reappraisal of the primal threat and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine then, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon rivals, but her civilized people as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all Garlemald. Well, that doesn't sound good, does it? But I speak unadvisedly. Come, dear Wara, it is better that we continue this conversation in Mordona. Off we go to Mordona. Ah, we're going to see Minfilia. How nice. Off to Revenant's Toll we go. Okay. Into Bob. Anyways, as always, we have got ad break starting in a couple of minutes, so hopefully we can get into Minfilia and have a chat with her before the ads start. I need extra coffee. Sorry, everybody. Baby fan is teething. It's tiring. Right, here we go. So Minfilia says,
words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole.
I like that there's all the voices being done.
I'm most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you're ready to speak of it. Excellent.
So I tell her
I
all
shall
about
summon
it.
the others at once.
I have to tell everybody all about it, naturally. So I'm telling everyone, DM, I don't know what you've done, but there's a window with some green lines and stuff on my screen. So if you could come and sort that out in the ad break, that'd be great.
Ice used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Yep.
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility.
Well, obviously he didn't
certain
know
this entity was a primal?
everything.
As certain as we can be that good King Mogulmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
Dun dun dun. Well, I'm
Possibly
wielding the
without
primal of a
using
god, I bet.
There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
Maybe.
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Ooh la la.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it.
I love him.
Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
True. I still like to fight it.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
She loves homework, doesn't she, Estola? Let's get some
Pack
homework.
your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Ad break's going to be starting in just a second, so I'm going to leave that there for a minute. And we are back. Sorry about that, everybody, but the ads are a necessary part of this business. That's how the Twitch thingy works. So, on we go. So, Minfilia said about Iceheart's final words to you.
Hear, feel, think. Hydaelyn speaks to her as well.
Ooh.
If
Hydaelyn's
Iceheart
getting
is
around.
blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth.
Well.
Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Then we need more information.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Well, she did.
Midgard Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well founded.
Well, a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries, either he's incredibly powerful or a really good king.
It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For our mercy, we are well positioned to do so.
Who the Keeper of the Lake? I'm
Iceheart,
presuming they live in a lake.
Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
No. It's all going to get very complicated and messy, isn't it? Okay, so onward, everybody, onward. See what Minfilia wants next. She would discuss how best to proceed in light of recent developments. I mean to scour the annals for more knowledge of Midgard Zoma. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few. Do you hear that? The commotion outside? Would you see if aught is amiss? I would after last time, goodness me. Speak with Alphino. Who's out there? What's occurring? What is occurring out here? I'm gonna have to go and get them straight. Let's hope that somebody like Livia hasn't taken it upon themselves to break in and start giving everyone grief, because I have to shut that down. Right, Alphino says... Oh, that's one of the Crystal Brave people. Diawara, 'tis well you are on hand. We have a problem. Roel has escaped. Oh no. So for those of you that don't remember, Roel is the Ivy. It's the person, like the spy who's turned spy. She is second only to Rahuban. And she was providing all this, she was the one that was providing all the information and causing all this aggro between the people and the refugees. It happened shortly after the immortal flames could come into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. It is plain she received inside help. Oh dear. Citizens report seeing Roale quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castrum Meridian, I am certain of it. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilberd and a first are hot upon Royale's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Blue Fog and join the hunt. Ooh. This sounds fun. Well, not fun, but it sounds fun. We're off to Thanalan. Whoa, Black Betty, Thanalan, yeah, Black Betty, Thanalan, Black Betty, Thanalan, Thanalan. Good old Thanalan. The Reason Royal. I'm probably pronouncing that name totally wrong. The Reason Royal. Oh, I don't know. You are the reason. That's all I've got for that one, I'm afraid. Right, the other way. Ilberd. I like Ilberd. My thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Roale walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You You did not mishear. We have Rahoban's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her, and so here we are. Silly Rahoban. Roale must not be allowed to reach Castrum Meridium. Okay. See you in a bit, Matt. Off to this bit here. Where am I? Over there. Okay, well, let's cheat. Let's just cheat and we'll use the aetherites because that's what they're for. And we have loads of money. I need to get tech support to look at my screen actually because I've lost the bottom part of my screen. And I can't see how much money I've got. Which is annoying. Oh, I bet he's in this hut. Why are you in a hut? You're meant to be on the hunt. No, maybe you're not in the hut. I take it back. Maybe it would help if I zoomed in a bit. So I knew where I was going. Which obviously is my strongest point every time. As you know, my sense of direction is shamazing. Right, here's Ilbert. Ooh, we've got some groovy music going on here. Here we are. We've got an instance, people. Right, let's do this. I didn't eat or anything. Oh, I'm not even sure if I've got Eclipse with me. Oh my goodness, I'm so unprepared. Hang on. Oh, here we go. This wretch was with Rosalie. He threw himself at her so that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own, the goddamn harpy. With me, Scion, we almost have her. Oh, near my book on the way. Do you know what? It never fails to amaze me when people will support someone that would literally just trample over them. It's weird, isn't it? It is weird. You're gonna die because I got my book. Eosia! That's what you reckon, but I will take you this easily. Because I can summon everything. Summon Ifrit. Talking of which, actually let's get Garuda on the go first of all. She does much better damage. Next we'll get Titan to go and play. Go Titan, go! Oh, enemy reinforcements. Okay, well then we better get Ifrit out. Then we better deal with Ifrit. Show him no quarter! Well, I won't, I suppose. I do need to fix this because I can't see my health bar. Right, here we go. Let's get those on the go. More reinforcements, they really aren't paying me enough. Dude, I'm not getting paid at all. That is a lot of reinforcements. That's right, I'm in my book. They have healers, kill them first. Who are the healers? Who are the healers? There. I don't know who the healers are. But I'm just gonna start bashing, keep bashing everyone. It seems like the best thing to do, to be honest. Okay, let's send in Ifrit. The sky is on fire! Obviously. Go away. Right, let's deal with this Colossus then. Right, Garuda. Bring the wind. Bring the wind, baby. Oh lord, there's more of them. Seriously. How many of these people are there? Okay, we'll send Ifrit after them. Oh, Yuri's just turned up. That's handy. Who doesn't love it when she just randomly wanders into a fight? Oh, hello. That was quite unnecessary. Ah! Run away! Move, dear. This man is obsessed with his coin. Live my life. Move, dear, move. Right, Garida, go do some damage then. Yes. Oh, there we go. Find her and do it tight. I feel like he's a bit angry. Yes, sir. Look me in my book. My book's got a little mobile. Good work, men. All the saluting. All the saluting. She and her imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. It's because you had me in my book, quite frankly. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it your God's given right to rule over others. You know naught of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive, stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It is no fault of mine if fools imagined me a paragon when I joined the Flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you were the only person to have ever suffered. In case you have forgotten, Rahuban himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we had been dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? It is true that we are both mercenaries of lowly birth, and 'tis true that we have both had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, it is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Uldar to face justice, and the people whose trust you have drugged through the gutter. So, all the political stuff going on again, you know. No, we're not joining fate. Thank you anyway. Every time we join a fate, stuff happens. Right, Alphino says, not so much of a hint of remorse. Oh, 'tis well that this sordid business is finally at an end. A friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Rathban chose his. It's a bit harsh. Poor Ruban.
I have heard. Truly bothersome business.
Oh, this guy. Oh, you. I'll sort you out.
No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Roban. There is no telling what the brute might do.
You haven't got just Ruban to worry about, mate.
Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace.
Oh, will you now? I shall personally attend to your situation, Mr. Telaji Aladeji. Yeah, I don't like this dude. He is a whole different level of arsehole, isn't he, really?
Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Unamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
He really is. Not very nice. I am going to punch you in your stupid face. Oh, there's someone watching him for a sneaky eye hole, I hope. Okay, so let's get on next. He wants another favour. Honestly, I mean, I think he's running out of favours, to be honest. Captain Ilbert and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Ruban. Excuse me. This coffee is defective. And that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. My thanks. Ah, but I have one last task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Menphilia of all that has happened. I am aware that the antecedent held Roale in high regard. For better or worse, she will want to know how this tale ends. So off we go. Right, you're not doing anything. I spend a lot of time travelling to Mordona. Mind you, at least we don't have to do the run like we did to the Rising, Thingy Sands, whatever it was called. Rising Stones and the Waking Sands, that's them. Right, tuk one. It's very convenient, see, there's a pub right here. Much more convenient. Let's go see Menphilia, shall we? Thought happily around Ida after Grodania. Oh, excuse me. Oh, lots of yawning. There we go. Right. So Menphilia says.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino.
This is very nice this evening. I don't have to do that much talking.
To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say.
Although you may not think I have done this.
Together with Robon, Eileen lent us much needed aid at the time of our order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat.
People's
When we
change.
discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters.
You can never know these things,
I have an
Menphilia.
important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Asians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled.
Avengers, assemble! Well, Scions, assemble. It's almost the same thing, obviously. Right, here's everybody in the room.
My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
Gorman Breeder, my new favourite person.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white aurosite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Asian souls.
And apparently heal
Back at
Aethiolots.
Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether.
We did.
Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its content.
In addition to aurosite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength.
No, that's true.
Our
We are dealing with
foe
Asians.
draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Oh, that's bad. Because then we'll have a grumpy Asian to deal with.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
I love the way that Arangio's all like polite about it, and she's just like, no, we're gonna kill him.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure evil.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
How on earth would you measure how much aether an Ascian soul is composed of?
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
La Habrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy.
Like a lightsaber.
Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether.
Ooh, cool. You'll never guess who's here. It's only the main event. Yes, it is. Hang on a second, let me show you. Oh, yes, she's here. Mind you, I'm wearing black, so you're not going to be able to see it. Sorry, boss. It's Miss Kelly herself. Yes, it is. Hello, beautiful. Have you come to see everybody? Oh, you can see her ears, that's good. Have you come to say hello? Hi. Say hello to all your fans. Hey. Did you have a nice nap in your hammock? Did you? Did you have a nice nap? Okay. Right, shall we continue? Or have you got any more that you wish to impart to people? Did you just want to make sure that they were still worshipping you? Seems reasonable. Seems reasonable. I can't actually see the camera at all because her tail is like literally right in front of it. Hi. You're a good girl. Mm. Right then. Let's continue, shall we?
Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void.
It doesn't sound like a fun place to go though, does it?
The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands.
Naturally, I am the warrior of light. I can be trusted with these
Be that
things.
as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Hmm.
Quite so, my lady. We must
Thank you,
needs
dear.
find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Well, that is a good question, Pat.
Oh, what if we had two pieces of white auricite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
I'm hoping this white auricite is quite easy to come by then.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
That's problematic.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
Whenever, wherever, we need to create the blade forever. No, not
It
forever,
would
just
seem
then.
more research is in order.
There's always research needed. Except for me, I'll just fight.
Linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auricite.
Cool.
And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Yes. Go on.
Mine apologies, but I am required at the waking sands.
Poor Antio.
Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
She can go with you, mate. It'd be nice and quiet for her
Sole charge, you
research.
say? So you're basically alone there then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Oh dear, it's so funny. I don't think Arantio's had a girlfriend before. He doesn't know what to
While
do
you
with the
were afield,
situation.
Word arrived from the Charlian motherland.
Oh?
You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least.
No, not more trouble. I knew
According to the
you were
report,
trouble when you
The
walked
isle has been
in.
erased from existence.
Oh,
'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
that's not good. That is not good.
Aye. Yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance.
No, because that's quite a big mystery.
It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
Something like a phenomenon.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement. But I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the one true God.
Oh Lord, that's not good. They're just going to end up fighting all these people.
Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
It has gone really chilly, hasn't it, everybody? I don't know about everyone else, but I'm freezing. I've put a jumper on and everything. I need more layers. I might have to get a blanket, be like a granny, all wrapped up in my blanket. Okay. Now we're back to Talaji Aladaji. I've got to sort him out as well. Oh no, there's a whole big meeting going on. It's probably
following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald.
That's bad, because now we've got to deal with that as well.
But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash.
Yeah, I mean, that's not particularly cheerful either.
We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
I need more coffee. I need more coffee.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived.
It did.
To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Yes, let's not repeat that.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
An excellent question.
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
So it looks like we've got a little ad break on. I am just going to pop us to our ad screen and I'll see you in a minute and a half. Sorry about that, folks. I needed to go and grab a drink as well. So, I'm back, and Alphino has just said the Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate. Their small pride was emerged to leave the land. The discovery of the ultimate weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest. Oh my goodness.
But there was one
just run
in
up the stairs.
Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone.
Okay.
In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the Calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varus Zos Galvus.
Oh lord. An emperor, no less.
So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea.
Oh, she's been double teaming. Who were?
In so doing, she helped to maintain
Hey,
the status
Froggy.
quo, thus prolonging
Nice
the
to have
conflict.
you along.
Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
You had a long work day and passed out. I kind of wish I would like to do that as well. I think it's been one of those kind of weekends or weeks for everybody, you know? Everyone feels a bit knackered and a bit like, oof. Come on and Miss Kelly if you're coming up. But naps are the best, yes. I love a good nap.
7 hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
A double agent.
Triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
I mean, she's a busy girl. I can't even keep up with, like, my friends messaging me. Let alone remembering to spy appropriately for each 3 separate groups of people. I mean, who's got time for that?
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me.
What is that, Alphino?
By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or Monetarist masters.
No, you haven't missed any dungeons yet, but there's still time.
Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
I mean, I could just go and torture her a little bit. Is that acceptable? Are we allowed to do that? Probably not. It's probably against their constitutional rights, or...
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Ruben, I can do that for you. That
Not a
might be
pleasant
easier.
task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
That is bashing a metaphor. Bashing a metaphor to death.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
Why alongside her? Question them separately. Scare them all to death.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
Yeah, unfortunately that's not always the case.
You
Just
have
saying.
ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul.
You've got to trust your mates.
And with
It's
that,
true.
I take my leave.
I think you're being overly helpful over now, I have to say. I think he already knows, and it's sucky. And we've still got Telegiala Deji to deal with yet as well.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune.
Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Whoa.
How could you, why you? How could you side with them?
Oh, mate. Oh, we're done.
Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve.
There's a little bit of soapbox now. You need to
I know you
stand
can
down.
hear me, monitorous scum. Your crimes will not go unpunished.
Ooh. Ruban's getting all feisty. I love it. We are going to deal with the monetary scum.
Land of your sickness, before the eyes of the 12, I swear it.
That was very dramatic. That was a good growl, though. I liked that. I do like a good growl.
I shall have no further need of you this day.
You should. You should have protection. Do you have a bodyguard?
Your Grace.
Seriously, where's your bodyguard at?
I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
It comes with the job, I'm afraid.
Why should the people listen to
Has
you?
the situation grown so
Because, unlike some other Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent.
Yes, there will be a roulette if we have not had a dungeon later on. Oh no. Go on then. Oh, what's County Senate doing? Oh, they're having dinner, how nice.
The Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees.
Sorry, but I've got to do Samuel Jackson. Not just Sam Jackson from down the road, no. Not Sam Jackson from Billericay, no. Samuel Jackson. Okay. Good lord.
The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs.
I'll put them down then. Just saying.
Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the syndicate?
See, Melweb would sort them out. Oh no, are you going to do some sort of joke about Samuel L. Jackson? Because everyone pronounces it Samuel Jackson, not Samuel L. Jackson. But Samuel Jackson just sounds better.
Would that the solution was so
So basically
simple,
he's Sammy.
Alas, my moving to dissolve the syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents.
Well, that is problematic. But just because they got dollar does not mean that they get to call the shots.
This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson.
Away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right.
There's a difference between pursuing happiness and being greedy gitbags, though, isn't there?
If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly.
Worst invention in the world was money.
Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
He's not the ruler.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped.
It's true. So how do you think we should be pronouncing it then? Samuel L. Jackson, which is just too many L's.
But as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve.
The problem is, to do Samuel Jackson or Samuel L. Jackson justice, I'm going to have to put an 18 rating on this particular stream.
In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
It's because
And the
Acts
presence
community.
of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Uldar's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the Monitorists with a rod to beat Rauban.
And he doesn't need it. Listen, he's under a lot of pressure as it is.
Eorzea can ill afford for the Immortal Flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together.
I'm loving all the puns. The flames to be dampened.
Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Uldar.
I can come in and help, maybe.
The true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few.
Ambitions, it's greed.
The Monitorists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends.
Unfortunately, that's the
For
world
the
over.
government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people.
By the people. Where's that from?
For Uldar to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Oh. She's going to give up her sultanship. She's going to become a raisin after all.
You jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue.
The problem is, she's a benevolent ruler. And then you'll end up with some arsehole, excuse my language, in her place.
As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request.
Oh, crikey. This is very dramatic. I like
Help
you.
Rauban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Uldar.
Oh, bless her.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way.
There's always another
When
one.
the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monitorists shall cease to be. Uldar will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people.
What does she know? Because you're always going to have people who are overly ambitious and greedy.
Rauban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
No, you're going to be even more powerless if you give up the power that you have. And on the chat. Very dramatical, political stuff going on. Dramatical, political, that's a lot of syllables. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I've got an achievement as well. How exciting. Right, what does Minfilia would like? What would she like now? Considering which of her many responsibilities demands her utmost attention. Yes, there's a lot going on. What with Uldar, what with the Asians, what with the refugee people. I am most eager to address the Asian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. Some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. If not us, who? Lest you forget, Antecedent, the scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we will have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Diawara in particular. Oh, Lord. Sorry. More caffeine required. Diawara in particular is ever a steadying hand, who I trust will continue to support the Braves. Well, naturally. To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Uldar? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Taleji Aladeji and his Monochrist ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Raban needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time travelling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Uldar, unless you have an objection. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Do we? She just told me we did not. Moonbreeder's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I am not familiar with the details. Orangier is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. I have realised that not only does she sound like, in fact, she does not sound like Dolores Umbridge, she sounds like Imelda Staunton playing Queen Elizabeth II. That is what I think that she sounds like now. She has moved on, developed a bit. Diawara, while we focus on that task, mayhap you could assist Alphino and his braves with theirs. It would do much to restore faith in the Immortal Flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organisations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Obviously. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. That's all right, Alphino. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Riol's latest report. He has been proven quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Uldan riots. When you are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favour to ask. Another one. Alphino, your list of favours is just growing and growing. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. I can't unhear it now. She is actually the queen. But Imelda Staunton as the queen, but still. Good intentions, rather than bad intentions. Cruel intentions, even. It's a good movie. Has everyone seen the movie? The one with Reese Witherspoon and Ryan Philippe and Buffy. Sarah Michelle Gellar. How do I even get out of here? I'm all discombobulated because I'm thinking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is also awesome. Oh, two good things. Yeah, so Cruel Intentions, great movie. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer, amazing TV series. So, all the good things. Right, Riol. Oh my goodness, he sounds like he should be Spanish, Italian, Hispanic of some persuasion. I'm not very good at accents, I've decided. Oh no, he's Samuel Jackson. Hang on, so I've got to tune into my Samuel Jackson now. I'm gonna swear. I'm really sorry, but I need it because it's Samuel Jackson. There I'm fed up with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Okay. Pleasure as always, Diawara. You'll be escorting the commander to Uldar. I fucking take it. Motherfucking take it. Actually, I had another task in mind for her. If you would be so kind as to repeat your report for her benefit. Oh my god, this guy's got to talk now. Right then. Me.
Whoa!
You wanted me to do Samuel Jackson. I can't do Samuel Jackson without a few motherfuckers. Okay? I'm sorry, everybody, for the language. I am sorry. I'm sorry. Me and mine have been making inquiries into the source of the motherfucking weapons that found their way into refugees' hands a ways back. So happens we caught wind of something promising, a large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near motherfucking High Bridge. This is how you make everything Samuel Jackson, just add in a few motherfuckers. I doubt this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer for this transaction to remain secret. Brings to mind that merchant was caught in error while talking to Diawara, don't it? Do you know what they call a double cheeseburger in France? A motherfucking something royale. I can't do Pulp Fiction enough right now. I've gone all discombobulated. Anyway, generous fellow he was, outdoing swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which is not to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, might be prudent to intervene before they collect their motherfucking goods. Savvy? We've got a touch of Jack Sparrow coming in now. Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appointed hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What say you, Diawara? Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbrid at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Uldar. I expect good tidings. And that, there is your Samuel Jackson. I hope you liked it. That was actually quite fun. I apologise to all my American friends. It was probably shocking. Off to Highbridge we go. It's in Fanaland. Whoa, Black Betty, Fanaland, yeah, Black Betty, Fanaland, Black Betty, Fanaland, Fanaland. Right, off we go to Cam Drive home. Cheers, everybody. Oh dear. Sorry, Froggy, apart from being tiring, are you alright? Have you had a good day? Anything interesting to report? Right, who shall we have? Let's go Mount Relax, that's fine. Yay, Eclipse! Right, off we go. East up. Oh, this away. No, not this away. Up the stairs away. Oh man. So, there is definitely more than 5 senses because one of them is a sense of direction and I do not have one. It's challenging life, I tell you. Right, off we go. Fly, you fools. See, I'm missing all my sound, people. I'm flying, flying, soaring. There's not a star in heaven that we can face. I actually know some more of the words now. I was forced to sit through the travesty that is High School Musical. Never again. Never again. Right, there we go. Off we go to see Ilberd. Ah, Diawara. My scouts have been keeping a close eye on the black marketeer and it would seem that his guests have arrived. Dun dun dun. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard. Common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologise. This is far beneath a woman of your standing, and Commander Levioche needn't have dispatched you hither. But powerful men have ever need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, it is only natural he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. This is true. Cool. Right. Froggy DM, shall we dungeon in a minute? Let's see what Ilbeard is up to now. He's eager to bring the Black Marketeer and his clients to justice. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Diawara. Okay, let us go. Okay. the burning one. Oh, this me. Right, come on, Artie. Let's go. Right, Froggy, DM, what are you thinking? Because otherwise it's going to be too late to dungeon, I feel. Where are we? There we are. Oh, hang on, I don't even know where I'm going. This way. Cool, let's go find some waterfalls. You're just in a dungeon, but afterwards, sure. Okay. So, I think Snakes on a Plane is possibly the worst title of a film ever. But apparently Samuel Jackson fought very hard for it to keep its name. No, I'm not joining a fate, leave me alone. Right, there's it, bird there. I'm fed up with all these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. I think it's literally so he could say that line. It's a good line. But yeah, shockingly bad name for a film. I mean, at least it says what it does on the tin, I suppose. Okay. I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I've a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the black marketeer unawares. I feel like you should be the distraction and I should be the catcher. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. Oh, we've got another ad break. Gosh, that went very quickly, didn't it? Okay, I'm just going to pause there for the ads. And we are back. Sorry about that. The ads are necessary, I'm afraid. Can people let me know whether you're seeing the ads? Are they working? Right. Off we go then. Let us be off. Speak with the hired thug. Let's not do that. Let's actually fly down rather than just jumping to our death. How about that? Who goes there? An adventurer? Damn fool! You should never have come here. Yeah, come at me, bro. You're not even going to need it for a look at this. This is just embarrassing, people. Just embarrassing. Come on. Oh. Oh, okay, fine. You can play with Garuda. Go on, Garuda. Beat him up. Okay. What's that any point, really? Oh, okay. Fine. I'll play with Titan. Oh, here we go. Any more? Any more? Wait for Ilbert just outside the tunnel entrance. Now, a tunnel entrance usually means a dungeon, does it not? Look, Golden Fleece. What are we, Jason and the Argonauts here? With the way that I'm totally disregarding these cliffs and just like jumping down. Let's switch. Can you see? Oh, destination. There we go. Destination unknown. There we go. Map me bros. I've got Ifrit ready to go. I don't understand. Well, what's this all about? Gah! Ooh, who are you? Who is this dude? Okay. Investigate the disturbance. You think? Let's go see what's occurring. What's going on? Says Ilbert. What's going on? Here we go. Oh, there's a dead dude. That's not good. As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard, and to bring an inexperienced recruit. Commander Levier will be most disappointed. Damn it all, a golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, though we know not how, they slipped past our parameter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of dusk-white sellswords we suspect might be them. Would that we have enlisted the aids of the immortal flames or the brass blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least we have secured the weapons, yet even that accomplishment is lacking, for the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. Okay. This did not go well, people. This was not a successful mission at all. Oh, Inspector was on and we missed him. That's a shame. Right, Ilbert would like nothing more than to have this incident forgotten. It's slightly awkward. I will join the first in their hunt for the dusk-white sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Uldar in my stead. Entrust them to the third's use your haste. He will take care of the rest. Okay. Oh, let's get the crate first. Not just sod off to Uldar. There we go, we've got the crate. Off we go to Uldar. Oh, my favourite place. I'm gonna get stuck in the maziness of it all. So, what's new? Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Right, let's go there then. Off we go. Some would say it's just amazing. Oh my god, the dad jokes. They are unnecessary, thank you. No, not that way. This way. Up the stairs. Right. And then this way. Do. And the whole line. Oh look, hurrah! I actually managed to find my way. Wilfred, yes. Ah, the Warrior of Light, ever reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Corthus. Now, what brings you to us this day? So I hand over my crate. Yeah, have it. Okay. Gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilbred, you say? Understood. Once we've catalogued the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Oh, apparently so. Riol stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly Riol is unfamiliar with the ways of Aldean merchants, who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be grateful that his information was not completely erroneous, and that we managed to achieve of anything of worth at all. Well, he's a cheerful fellow, isn't he? It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the Cerulean processing plant. Time for the Fourth to earn the keep, eh? Fight well, Alianne, for the freedom of all. That was actually very appropriately American. So, yay. Yay for accents. Oh dear. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the immortal flames will hear of your contribution. Until we meet again. Oh, and off they go. And where do we go now? Diawara, a word if it please ya. Not here. Look for me at the motherfucking Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time. Don't you worry. This is my terrible Samuel Jackson. I hope you're enjoying it. Right, let's go find Riol. Who's over there? Okay. Hang on, didn't I just come back that way? Okay. Yeah, Diawara, let's not fall rolling into a pillar. No, other way. Other way. I cannot get my bearings. I do not like Uldar that much. To the left, except the music. The music's good. Pearl Lane, not Pearl Jam. Oh. Right, there's Riol again. Okay, so he says in his Samuel Jackson voice, "Thanks for indulging me request. Few places lack than a market for privacy, I found. All the hustle and bustle of commerce means most motherfucking conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out. I got so enthusiastic, I literally just hit my hand on my microphone there. So I'll tell him all about it. I love the way that my book is doubling as a bag. That's not quite how the first told it. Those dusk rats they were chasing, latest words is that we lost the motherfucking trail. But you never saw him yourself, not before the fighting started, and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in my motherfucking bones. I'm so sorry about the language on this stream. Blame dear. I am not daft enough to be misled by some drunken merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a motherfucking moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that on the back when the Braves were getting started. Believe me, the commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking guilt from the wrong sort of benefactors. Because these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I got a lot on my mind these days. I appreciate you lending an ear. Right then, best get back to it. Okay. Are you enjoying my Samuel Jackson? Oh, I've got him in filiacal. Oh no, Tataru. Diawara, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you are able. What's going on at the Rising Stones? Okay. We might not be fitting a dungeon in tonight, guys. I'm really sorry. Got lots and lots of story and not lots and lots of fighting. Lots and lots of swearing. So, you know. Alright, into a pub. Let's go and sit. Mind you, last time someone summoned me, that bitch Livia had been there. So, you know, we need to go and just check out what's going on. Okay, let's go speak to Tataru, see what's going on. Thank you for coming so quickly, dear Wara. We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, determined lady by all indications. Oh, Lucia's showed up then. She seems eager to escort me to the solar. Oh, she's being nosy. Our guest is with the antecedent in the solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? Okay, off we go then. I've got any more bad dad jokes that anyone wants to share with me? Any more puns? Right, what does Mephilia want now?
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you.
Because everyone loves me. Lucia.
I believe the two of you have met.
Yep. She is Lord Amaric's second in command.
I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
But you don't want to give us any aid.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
Exactly. There's some impressive shoulder situation going on here. Oh?
Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers.
Okay, seriously, those shoulder pads, they're just very impressive.
Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
It's just you, but you're up for a Dungeon or Alliance raid. Yeah, let's get through this scene and then we'll see how long we've got.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
Oh no.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald.
Right.
Only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Gallian fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Wonderful. They're all going to be resurrected.
Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life.
Yet. Yet, people. Yet is the word.
Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard Soma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
I mean, maybe we've already.
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken.
Wonderful.
It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Soma.
Well, this is what happens when you base your knowledge on stars and things.
Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the temple
me
knights.
to go and check out the Keeper of the Lake.
Therefore,
bypass.
Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Of course I do, because I am the
We
warrior
knew
of
you
light.
would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
Okay.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
Fight.
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Oh, we're gonna have a fight with dragons. Oh my god. You're gonna see me roar, roar. Forgive me if I state aught of which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. It'll be good for the next stream. Is this the dragon thing? Okie dokie. As Orangier stated, what we now call Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gallus van Balzar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgard Zulma, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waves of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. Well, that's a good thing. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship Ceruleum's engine failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing aether for mounds around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its centre, a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Almeric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Okay then. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done and precious little time to do it. Okay. Well, what I suggest is, because it's 9 minutes to 11 anyway, and if this is going to be the next stream, I suggest we go back to the house for now. It's only 10 minutes, I don't think we can do a dungeon in 10 minutes. So let's call it early for tonight, and then we will go back and deal with the dragons next time. How does that grab everybody? Here we go. In 9 minutes. Do you think we could do a dungeon in 9 minutes? Okay. Off we go then. What do we want? Level over in it? Main scenario. 50, 60, 70, 80 dungeons. Or should I just... I'm just gonna go for a... Let's go for leveling. Okay. Alliance it'll be. Oh no, this is the giant raid things that just confuse me. Ugh, Alliance will be quick. Okay. If it takes us past 11 o'clock, this DM's fault and not mine. Okay, so while that is sorting itself out, I am going to go back to the house and chill there. Show everybody the house who hasn't seen it before. So this is our house. We've got a nice bench here, our own little apiary. Some nice flowers growing up the front, and our plaque tells us all about us. We are the Lunar Flares. Feel free to join our free company. We'd love to have you along. got a swing here. Nice little table and chairs with some wine. Oh, there's Reuben. Hello. And then if we go into the house, we enter like a Midsummer Night's Dream. It's all beautiful. Yeah. Lots of flowers and greenery and Redanian happy naturiness. Well, this is my throne. Try the new Discord thing. We can try the new Discord thing. That's right, I understood. And then we go through the secret compartment in the bookshelves. And down here, this is where our practical stuff is. So, armwand, musicy thing. And then we've got a mender, a jump monger, and a materia supplier. And then we go through this door. And it's the party room! With a dance area. And a bar and some lights and it's glowy and fabulous. What do you think? Do you like our house? I think I might try and do some more to it. Excuse me. If I get a chance maybe at the weekend. I don't know what else to do, excuse me. So we should, you have to let me know what you think it needs. You can either pop it in the chat here, or you can, oh, what did I just do? Oh, that wasn't that bad. Or you can pop it in the Discord chat. Seriously, let me out of the house. Reuben's chilling over on the bench. I should go over as well. If we sit on the bench, will we still get into the duty? So, next we have to go speak to the Mordonan people, which is not too far away. We've got a lovely view of the sea here. Oh, I've just climbed over the wall. That's not down into people's houses. Yeah, I quite like it. It's very sort of flowery and naturey. People are welcome to come in and have a little look around. Welcome to join us. It's taken a little while. It says less than 5 minutes and we've been 3.5, so it can't be that long. Get off the grass. It's my grass. I'll stand on the grass if I want to stand on the grass. What are you going to do about it? Hey? I'm sitting near you. If you're going to tell me to get off the grass, I'm going over here. It's interesting to see what other people do with their houses. We've got 4 minutes to do this. I hope you know that. 4 minutes. It's kind of because I'm not people's house as well. Who are you? Here you go. Oh, excuse me. I can't know now. They obviously don't like visitors. I'm going to be so lost, I'm never going to find our house again now. We could have done it, but we just have to call it because it's not popping. I think that's a good idea, to be honest, because I think it's getting a bit late. Right, let me go back to find the house. How do I remove us from the duty? What's that sound? I'm going to sit this one. Right, how do I get us out of this duty? Withdraw. There we go. Right. I'm really sorry guys, we didn't get a lot of fighting, but it sounds like we've got a lot of stuff on next week, next time, so hopefully I will see you on the on Thursday. We're going to go fight some dragons. That sounds exciting. So I'm going to leave it there for tonight. We've had lots and lots of story, but there's been lots of like big information stuff. Woohoo! So I'm going to raid you over to AV, which is always good fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. It's been a little bit chilled tonight, a little bit quiet, but like I say, we've got some exciting dragons to deal with next time. So thanks for joining me. Lovely to have you along, and I shall see you all on Thursday. Good night, guys.